Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. My name is Raheem Ajmi, and I'm not important, just a question asker. We have a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. But before we get started, I want to let you know that you can also be a part of this broadcast, this fantastic broadcast we're going to have today, because this is Way Out Wednesday. This is Way Out Wednesday. You could be a part of the broadcast. We don't have a topic. We have a topic Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Wednesday, we talk about what we want to talk about. So you can call in if you got a topic or question or concern about what's going on in your life, your community, or anything. Call and we'll talk about it and talk about it in its entirety. You can do so by dialing 508 924 3521. 508 924 3521. Give us a call. We love to have your input. And share the broadcast. Share this broadcast. Make sure that you share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. And one more time, share the broadcast with your family, your friends, your enemies, anybody that you know that need to hear some good dialogue. Some good dialogue from people that are not afraid to have it, that are not afraid to have the dialogue and speak their truth. You want to share this broadcast. All right. Good deal. Good deal. I want to ask you a question. Stepping out the gate this morning, because I've seen it again this morning. Um, Gang activity is running rapid. The young people are joining these gangs, man. They have to get initiated and have a way they're initiated. And a lot of times it's not good. Fight your way in, kill your way in, sex your way in, or whatever. All kind of different things that's going on in and around our communities for people being a part of these gangs. So my question is this: why is that even an alternative? Why is that even an option for our young people? Why are and I want you to answer this question for me. Why are our young people finding it necessary to join a gang? Is it peer pressure? Is it just a sign? Is it a sign of the time? What is it? I've never been in a gang a day in my life. Never. Never had an interest in being in a gang. That's just something I was never interested in. Now they existed. They existed. They were there. I knew about them. Knew the people that was in them. They've come at me wanting me to join them. I just never had an interest. It just never was my cup of tea. So my question is, why is it important? Why is it even an option? Why is it even an option for our young people to join a gang? Why do they feel why do they find it necessary? Why do they find it necessary? 508 924 3521. 508 924 3521. Give us a call. Give me your input on why you think is our young folks, our young teenagers and preteens, even they're getting the younger kids now, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, talking about the end of the game, trying to throw up a little gang sign. I don't know what they're doing. Have no idea what they're doing, but they're trying to throw up a gang sign, representing. I represent blah 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 blah. No, Negro, what? You represent what? You represent who? You better get yourself over there and sit down somewhere. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Talk about you representing this sect. You represent this man. If you don't sit down somewhere, Joseph. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, doing good, man. I'm high in a happy elephant, elated, and porcupine proud to be here this morning, and I hope you are as well.
I am indeed. It's funny you should be talking about this subject. We in Griffin, we're having a meeting with the sheriff and police chief and some others to talk about how we can appropriate some funding to
Mm-hmm.
impact the gang area in Griffin, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's supposed to take place at 1 o'clock today.
Mm.
We had a meeting Monday night to discuss it. You always on point, man.
Hey, to God be the glory, brother.
You
To
always
God
on
be the
point.
glory. What?
Yes, I don't know why the young people. Well, I do know there's a disconnect,
Mm-hmm.
and there are multiple um, things that are happening that kind of move people to do extreme things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if a mother's trying to pay $2,000 a month for rent,
Yeah.
she's gone working 2 and 3 jobs. And if daddy's not in the house for whatever reason, he and mama couldn't get along, then young people are left to fend for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know when I was growing up, I wasn't in no gang, but I wasn't doing productive activity
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I can.
I thank God I didn't join no gang.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when you don't have that structure, man, that discipline and that attention from well-meaning adults,
Mm-hmm.
you're left to that element out there, man, of people who are just misguided, and they feel that the only way for them to make it is to do underground stuff.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
And see, that's and that is that right there is a sad reality. That is a very sad
it's
reality because
reality.
yeah, but it is that is reality, man. And a lot of times they feel like they're lonely, they're by themselves, ain't nobody there for them. And they sell it and the gang sell it. We gonna be your family. We're gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
We're gonna give you this, we're gonna give you that. And when that person look around, he or she see that ain't nobody else there from the family. Like you say, the mother and the father, if mother and the father are in the home, both of them are working. They come home from
yeah,
school. The kids come home from school to an empty house.
yeah. And that's a good proposition, man. Hey, we're gonna look out for you. You go in and you drop off this drugs over here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
and somebody, we got a problem with somebody. We need you to go over there and smoke them.
Mm-hmm.
Do a
Mm-hmm.
drive-by.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's reality, and what they
Mm-hmm.
say, we got your back,
We
you
got your
know,
back. Yeah. Yeah.
and that's reality, man. Um, that's why I wrote that song "Black on Black Holocaust,"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it's a reality. We're losing so many of our young people, man, to gun violence, bro, and it's like the government don't care,
Mm-hmm.
and
Exactly.
sometimes I look around. Sometimes I believe we don't care.
That part right there. Because
Yeah.
let me ask you this question, Joseph. We got a couple other people that just came in too. I'm gonna bring them in as well. But how could we say we do when there's a really we are allowing it to happen? We turn a blind eye.
Right,
We turn a blind eye to it, man. Because I gotta go to
right,
work. If I don't go to work, then you ain't gonna have no food. If I don't go to work, you ain't have no clothes on your back. If I don't go to work, you ain't have no place to stay. Well, because of the fact that you're going to work so much, you're opening up the door to other things in
right.
that
And
person's
look
life.
and look at this. Look at this. We say Black Lives Matter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And the opposition immediately said, no, no, all lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, don't say Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
All lives. Well, we trying to say that our lives matter. Is we in other words, we don't want to be dying young and
Yeah,
dying at the hands of police, dying at the hands of each other. Black lives matter.
yeah, yeah.
And then the government passed laws, man, to put guns in everybody's hand, because they know that genocide is taking place, and we ain't even got to be the blame for it.
Yeah. Exactly. Man,
We just let them kill each other. We just relax the gun laws so they have free access to it, and the kids can get guns. They 15 years old. Yeah, they go shoot up the schools. They're like animals. So let them
mm-hmm.
shoot up the schools. They
Mm-hmm.
bombing. I heard one fellow say the other day. He said they like. He's talking about us. He said they like farming like rodents. That's what he said. They like rodents, and people want us to um, uh, denigrate ourselves and look at ourselves in the lowest esteem, and so it's easy to murder people like that, a person that don't matter in society. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy to just shoot them. It's just like the Gwinnett County police shot the guy who had the gun to his head. He was going to commit suicide. Now you're supposed to try to talk a person out of that, don't you?
Exactly. You go.
They shot the dude. He said he didn't follow orders. I'm like, you are some sick white folks, boy, in this country.
You
He
gonna
didn't follow orders.
you gonna kill him because he's trying to kill himself, not you. Not pointing the gun at you or
He
nobody
trying
else.
to kill himself.
Yeah.
He ain't even aiming the gun at them. I'm like, boy, you some sick white folks, and I'm going over to see about them too. I'm going to Gwinnett County to see about them. They better know it.
Well, when you come, I'm here in Gwinnett County. Let's do it. Whatever I need to do, let me know.
All right.
Yeah, we can do a town hall.
I'm going over there. I want to meet with the chief, and I want to find out who training the officers. And I know it's under GBI investigation. They always do that.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing but the cover for the police.
That's all it is. That's all it is. And I'm sitting here, man. I'm sitting there tripping, man. It's 7:37, and TikTok has banned me. Told me I had to put an appeal because we talking about something that goes against their community activity. We're talking about saving these children, man. and they're saying, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now you can't even talk about your plight. You can't even discuss your issues because the system is watching. And they don't want you to talk about it. Well, you know what I say? The hell with the system.
Exactly. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna start making some announcements, man, where other places where people could watch or tune into the broadcast. Well, I got other platforms outside of TikTok. So when TikTok start acting cool, I'm having to go to DKM Media Group. They can go to DKM Media Group and they can still watch it right there.
Hey, and I'll come off TikTok too, man. In fact, we can all come off TikTok and let them know, hey, we don't need you.
Exactly.
We don't need you, bro.
Because we definitely got our own platform.
You know, hey, I'm saying the same thing about some of these corporations.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't need you.
Yeah.
I don't need your product.
Exactly. Make a difference,
man. I go back to farming.
That's right. But see, if we can get people
to farming, bro.
If we can get people to stand together, man, on stuff like that, man, we'll make a difference. And it'll make an impact.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, only thing they're gonna see, only thing they're gonna recognize is that bottom dollar. When that bottom dollar change, they gonna want to change because now you're impacting their lives. Let me go to Tucson.
Hey, if they're banning you, bro, I come off for it.
Yes, sir.
You let me know.
Yeah. And they just did. They told me I had to file an appeal, and I went against the company violations or violated whatever. Man, I'm talking about saving kids, man. I'm talking about whoever on TikTok, they kid could mess around and get in the game. I don't care they black, white, polka dot, or striped. I'm talking about stuff that's gonna help save their kids too. But yet and still,
they didn't ban Pastor Shane Vaughn, who referred to Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown as monkey. Well, what it says, the words coming out of her monkey mouth and her monkey lips, and come to find out, this dude down in Louisiana, he went to prison for insurance and bank fraud.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. See?
And now he's pastoring somebody and all but calling black folks the N-word.
Wow. And see
on TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah. And did not get banned. Ain't that something? Did not get banned. But let me go to Tucson. Hold on, brother. If you can't hang out with us, man, don't go to where. Let me go to Tucson. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing well. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
What you say?
Tucson, we're talking this morning about the gangs and why do our young people find it necessary to join a gang? What is it? What is the appeal with the young people? Because I saw again this morning, I'm looking at the news, man, and gang activity. Every day I turn on the TV, man, they talking about some kind of gang activity. But my thing is, why do our young people find it necessary to join a gang? What is it about it? I'm gonna get your full screen too, so while I work on this TikTok situation.
Say again. No. Okay, good. I think because we can't relate to them, or we don't. One of the two. Either we can't relate to them, or we don't relate to them. Probably we don't relate to them. If you don't give them something, if you don't close in that gap connection, then somebody will. And there are people that evidently they monitor, watch, observe our actions to cause a discourse and a separation and a divide for for the destruction of people. They do it every day. I mean, when the last time you bought a barge or a plane to bring tons of drugs into this country? I'll wait. But it winds up in our neighborhood. And then we have other people for some odd reason. They we've been, I guess we've been here for years and years and years. And we've been paying taxes, and we've been trying and trying and trying and trying. And then there's others that have come, and they come in tax free with a bonus and buy up the neighborhood for cheap. And then they we can't stay together. That's one thing about it. But anyway, while we doing our thing, we like to do our thing, chase that bag. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to do, because you got your you need a roof over your head. Nobody likes to stay outside. So here we are. We got 2-3 jobs. The father's not in the home. That worked pretty good. They can't get benefits with the dad in the home. So that worked. And now we got mothers doing the best they can, trying to raise children. Now, all of a sudden, they pop up with a boy, a young man, a young boy, or whatever you want to call him, and he has no father figure. So guess what? They got somebody riding around, and he looks real good. Nice car, bling on his hand, talking that game, and it's appealing. So what does the young man do, seeing his mama struggle? He said, hey, man, show me how to do what you do. And they take that ride. Now, here's the initiation. They not the initiation is not something, unfortunately, it's not something beneficial or helpful to anybody. You start a fight, you go rob somebody, you shoot somebody in the head, and there you go with gang activity. I don't know why we do it in our own neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But Raheem, when I was coming up, the fellas in the neighborhood would hang together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we wasn't no gang. I don't think we was no gang. We didn't
No.
call ourselves.
No,
We didn't
don't.
have a name. We was Bertrand. They had Dunbar. They had other. They had the projects.
Mm-hmm.
And people from the projects, people from Dunbar, people from Bertrand, Inez, well, not Inez, but that's they would the young men, boys, would walk together. They'll go to the game together. And if we cross each other's path, we pick a person, we'll do our little, swing out, we'd fight. But we wouldn't kill each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd fight till we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, man, I don't know. I was thinking when Joseph was talking that is it that we don't know what to say to him?
Mm. Is there you think it's that much of a disconnect between us and the young people? Is
Look
that
how long it's been going on. Look how long it's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. And when you see young men that growing up in this society, and you see them, and matter of fact, we all doing this, Raheem.
Mm-hmm.
This is what everybody's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't know what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
because we all doing this, and nobody sets this down and say, hey, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Where we gonna kick the conversation off at?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, now shut up.
Mm-hmm.
We had a platform that we brought the kids in. We thought let's hear them. And you know what we did? I say we did, but I
Yeah.
saw it done. We out-talked them.
Mm.
and that thing died
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to hear us talk.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
say we want them to open up to us, but when we get them and gather them, we don't shut up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we should listen. Maybe
Maybe.
they
Yeah.
got something to say.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure, and truth of the matter, I'm sure that they do. I'm
Oh
sure
yeah,
that
they
they
got
have
something
something
to
to
say.
say. I'm sure that they do. They have a lot to say. And
I
truth of the
tell you
matter,
what,
mm-hmm.
go ahead. No,
Truth of the
they gonna make you feel shame for
yeah,
not listening
and
a long
truth
time
of the
ago.
matter, to some truth of the matter, they may even teach us something along the way. They
Yeah,
might
they
even teach
going
us
that's
something
what I'm
along the way.
saying.
Yeah.
They're gonna embarrass you for not listening earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Love to have your input. Let me go to Mo. Mo with us this morning, and Brother Pete, come to you next. Mo, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, brothers. Good morning, sisters. Good morning, community. Forgive me. At this time, I'm trying to get my son to school, and he refuses to go to school today. AB
Uh-oh.
honor roll student. Even students need a mental health day, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it's geared into. Getting back on topic with your conversation, quite simply, we look at things in the micro and the macro. The micro being our immediate surroundings, being the entirety of it all. The micro, of course, is what's going on here in the city of Atlanta. The macro is economics.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the situation also here in Atlanta with the situation. So on the micro level, it's a question of not only is it idle mind and idle hands being the devil's playthings, but also having the opportunities and not feeling hopeless in their situation. It's hopelessness that are affecting some of these kids, as well as combined with privilege and the pornographic pursuit of the now. I want immediate gratification. So we look at that's the micro. We look at the macro, and we can go even to a scholarly book, like when I studied poli sci and international relations, a book by Asaf Mohadim called "The Globalization of Martyrdom: Al Qaeda, Salafi Jihad, and the Spread of Suicide Attacks in the World." It boiled down to economics. We look today at what's happening in Israel, where the Palestinians are being slaughtered in a genocide that the entire world can see. So why did the Palestinians fight? Well, they're being slaughtered in the streets, they're being slaughtered in their home. And then when they try to get together to talk about what's happening, that's one thing about America. At least we can have this type of dialogue. You have to try to have this type of dialogue in Israel. And on your radio station, you'll get a drone attack. You'll be a target for an assassination. But the whole thing is economics. These young men and young women and old men and old women in Palestine do not see an economic way out of their situation. So what do they turn to? Because a hungry belly knows no fear. Period.
Yeah.
And that is what they're that is what's happening right there. So giving economic opportunities to these to our youth is what has to happen. As many abandoned houses, as many abandoned buildings. I can go down Campbellton Road, and now the houses that were vacant, I swear to the Almighty, Raheem, the houses that were vacant for 4 or 5 years in this area, now all of a sudden they're being reconditioned. They're being, and they're going to be flipped. No one in it. And I've actually getting ready to publish a story that I haven't shared it with you. I want to share it with a few people right now, but it's called Crack Rats. And it is about, it is a, well, it could go in the term of absurdist fantasy, but it is about the gentrification here in the city. And it's a very engaging story according to all my people who I've let see it right now. But even with gentrification now, there's responsible gentrification and there's just out rape of the community and the pulling of the resources. And that is what we're seeing now. But there are ways to combat this. There are we just have to pull the resources. These houses were on the HUD list for years, and they were snapped up. And even if we go to where the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is, and when they were starting to recondition the Vine City area as best as they could, and there's still some dilapidated houses. So you're going to tell me within 5 blocks of a $1 billion NFL stadium, you still have dilapidation in the area?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. The economic dividing line in the city of Atlanta is Northside Drive. Once you cross over Northside Drive, you see poor Atlanta. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's all about economics. That's what I wanted to say.
Wow. Brother Pete, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
How you doing this morning, sir? DKM radio panel, listening audience, social media, morning glow show. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Big bro just dropped the mic. He told it like it was. If you need 3 more minutes, he can have mine. But if you don't want it, I'll just say I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely about economics. We have been lied to, and we have lied to ourselves, and we have supported the lie. We reinforce the lie, and the young people know it's a lie. The American dream is a nightmare. It's a theme of a dream, and it's a factual nightmare, right? But then if you understand the game and how this thing is actually ran, you can actually enjoy it, huh? You'll be 90 before you figure it out if you're not careful, because you've been lied to. So everything that you've been taught and conditioned and socially engineered to think, to believe, to support, and how to function is a lie. It is the untruth. So then you have to go back and relearn everything that you have been taught that was false, and actually acquire the knowledge of the truth. And it's a process. And like the Bible says, few there be that find it. There are more that are finding it now than probably ever in the histories and the annals of this Republic Corporation. And us not understanding the game. We can't continue to lie to ourselves or our young people.
Yeah.
Those that had grandparents, they know. Those that have parents, they saw. Those that are parents, they now know. Right? They see the reality. Do we need workers now in this situation, in this society? Do we need go get it done? We're gonna work hard. We gotta work from sun up to sundown by the sweat of our no. They're preparing to replace billions of people with activity, what we call jobs, employment right now. So they don't need you. So now what is it for the people to do? Everybody's gonna be a ball player and some type of sports? No. An entertainer? Okay, so then what are the rest of the people gonna do? What is there to do? What can I do? And like the immediacy. I got to have it now. I got to need it. I'm not right now. You ain't been alive for 10 minutes. What are you, 20 years old? And you got to have it right now? It's my life and I want it now.
Yeah.
You barely started living. What is it that you're trying to acquire? You want to be the world's richest person at 20? It's possible, but I mean, like, how many of y'all gonna do? What's going on with you?
Yeah.
So we've lied to them.
What's the real truth?
We continue to lie.
Yeah.
We have more cockroach Negro leadership now than we've had ever since we've been over here in this country.
Come on.
In this country, since it's been a country, a society, a republic. You got more do-nothing Negroes running around talking about, oh, vote for me for what? We got to vote for you to be the recipient of the Community Baseball Bat Award because you are doing nothing and have done nothing. And you support our demise and tell us lies and reinforce this nonsense. We'd have had plenty cockroach Negroes in public office. Do they explain the game? Do they try to go in and change the system? Or do they just reinforce the system and how it's presently and always has been functioning? Don't be fooled by the face. Every brother ain't a brother, cause of color. Want the hand at the that pulls the trigger, huh?
Wow.
Your enemy is of your own house. Your worst enemy is of your own house, huh? And if you ain't careful, he look more like you than somebody that don't.
Wow.
We've been lied to. and we lie to ourselves, and we keep trying to lie to these young people. What we should, and listen, I say this often, I'm going to say this in proper context, because the spirit of rebellion, the spirit of justice, the spirit of true righteousness, of truth, of liberation, right, of self-determination is what I always want to invoke and plant in people. You have the right to exist on this planet as a living being without any hindrance from anything outside of you. And anything that tries to hinder or raise a challenge or deny your existence is to be denied, if not destroyed.
Amen.
Okay, well, who's telling the young people this? We talk about we're a nation governed by laws. We're a nation governed by corporate policy and legislative policy created by legislators in their corporate capacity for corporates who work for the corporation. It does not apply to you. And that's in the own mess that we say is law. Now, clarify what is real law, because that ain't it. What about the judge? He's an imposter. What about the IRS? They imposters. Huh? None of them are who they are. None of them had the power to do what they say they're doing. They're all acting, lying, hypocrites.
Yeah.
Well, who's telling the people this?
Wow. Good deal. Good deal.
Who's letting them know? Who's willing to stand up and tell the truth and just tell the truth for the sake of the truth? Or they gonna come after me. You come after me, I'm gonna come after you.
Exactly.
Come on,
Stay right there, Pete. Don't you go nowhere.
Stop being afraid.
Pete, stay right there, brother. Don't you go nowhere. You stay right there, man. We gonna talk about this thing. We're gonna talk about innocent eternity. We gonna shake up a few people, make a few people mad, but it's okay. Sometime I was told a long time ago, sometime in order to wake them up, you got to shake them up a little bit. So let's get our shakers on this morning. Sometime in order to wake them up, you got to shake them up, man. So the morning we should. TikTok done banned us for, I don't know how long they banned us for this. I put the little pill thing in, but it's okay. If anybody that's listening to us know how, if you're able to get on TikTok, hold on for a minute. Hold on 1 second. If you're able to get on TikTok, tell the people on TikTok that we've been banned today, that they can put a message on there, let them know they could go to www.dkmmediagroup.com, and they could watch the broadcast, go to media television and channel 730. Channel 730 is when we broadcast that right now, live right now. So have them to go to dkmmediagroup.com and they'll be able to watch the broadcast in its entirety. They can't shut us down there. That's ours. They can't shut us down for something that's ours. We post what we want to post. Say what we want to say. Go ahead, brother Pete. They about it, man. These people something else.
That's because we slapping raw knowledge off in your ear. We're sharing raw knowledge in your ear.
Exactly.
We're sharing raw knowledge off in your ear. We're slapping you upside your head so you can hear.
Exactly.
Are you giving them eargasms, brother Pete? You're giving them an eargasm.
Absolutely. Let me go to. I got another caller just called in. Let me see who that was. That was Brother Kurt. Kurt, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, family? How y'all?
Hey, today is We Are Wednesday, and I could tell already it's We Are Wednesday, man. We don't got banned for the day on TikTok and about what we're talking about and all kind of things going on, man. But we ain't gonna stop telling the truth. Ain't number one truth, and we're here to tell it. So, Kurt, I'm asking this question right here. Why is there a need? The gang activity is going rapid. You in Baltimore, man. Baltimore is what you say they call it. Why are there so many people joining so many gangs, man? Why are the young people finding it necessary to join a gang?
I would imagine the gang is providing some type of refuge for these folks. Whenever you put a bunch of drugs, a bunch of alcohol, and a bunch of guns in a given community, things like this gonna happen. These folks gonna put all these guns in our community. You can't go. You walk 5 blocks, and 5 blocks, you're bound to see at least four liquor stores. You see what I'm saying? You got open air drug markets that, our so-called leaders, who bringing this stuff in here, man. Let's just be real, man. You can go on Google right now, and you can buy some doggone fentanyl, and it'll come right to your house.
Yeah.
Real talk. You go on Google right now.
Yeah. I know.
You
Yeah.
can go on the internet and you can buy as much fentanyl as you want as long as you got the money, and it'll come right to your door. You know, it's easy to point the finger at the parents. You know what I mean? But parents can only be parents when the kid's in front of them. You know what? The kids still got to exist in a community. They still got to get up and go to school. I mean, what you gonna do when they get out of school? You gonna lock them up in the house or keep them in the house? You know, the things that's going on that we saying right now is because there's a true, in my opinion. Let me correct that. In my opinion, the things that we see that's going on right now is because there's a true lack of accountability. Nobody wants to be held accountable, and nobody want to be responsible. Hey, let them do what they're gonna do.
Wow.
Then you gotta remember, you got that element of folk that really, truly, and honestly believe that you know what? We got our kids keeping these prisons full, and you know what? We don't have to kill them no more. We let them kill themselves. And they standing by and they watching, they perpetuating certain things. Like I remember one time in LA, the LAPD used to snatch one of us up, and let's say we was Crip, they might beat us up and drop us off in blood country.
Yep.
You know, that's documented that things like that was happening. Or the LAPD will have like they would kill a blood, but the dude would have, whoever was the shooter, it would make it look like Crips did it. You know, certain parts of this element, man, has been perpetuated by those who really can control the narrative. And they controlling it to suit their own purpose, bro.
Wow. 508. You're right. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Answer the question, why are all these people, the young people, so inclined to join the gang? Go to Joseph, then we're gonna go back to Mo. Joseph, what's on your heart, brother?
Oh man, the brother's been bringing it, brother. Man,
Yes, sir.
I'm full, bro. I don't know what I can add to it, man. I saw a little post not long ago where a brother was talking about how America allowed the Pakistanis and Indians come in and build stores in our community and say, them N-words don't care about each other. Don't worry, come on in and make that money. Just when anything go wrong and go down, just be willing to shoot them when they get out of line. I was like, man, that's about the size of it, man.
Yeah.
And you know, corporate America is making people pay more for rent in a way to keep folks working overtime and not have time for their family. It's by design, man. Corporate America involved in this too. They are foul, man. They do this and they go in all over the world, man, creating wars and suppressing the prices of commodity. And then when those immigrants to come run across the border, they turn the people against the immigrants. Man, there's some foul stuff going on. It's about time for us to pull the cover back and confront some things. And, you know, the only way you're going to get it done is to stand up like men and confront things. When you confront it, and also, like my brother said, we have the right to exist. And we're going to exist no matter who else don't exist. Understand? We're going to stand anyway. And there ain't got enough bombs to do anything in the spiritual realm. And they don't know nothing about the spiritual realm.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. Mo, talk to me, brother.
Oh man, I don't know how much knowledge you want me to bring into this whole thing, especially when a brother just talked about the Indian and Pakistanis and stuff. So let's first of all, I want to go to Malcolm X. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to Malcolm X. Remember I talked in the beginning about the micro and the macro. Okay, so the micro at that particular time was going on in the Nation of Islam. and his break with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and his rejection of the nation's political stance within it. That is the micro. The macro. At this same time in 1965, months before he was assassinated, Malcolm, through the help of the Organization of African States, was going to go to the United Nations and bring the United States government and its system up on charges of genocide, an embarrassment to the U.S. at that time, especially in 1965. And we saw what happened after they slaughtered Malcolm and slaughtered Dr. King. So once again, the macro in this situation was revolved around economics and shame. So let's talk about what the brother just about the Indian and Pakistanis. I'm going to break some knowledge. You know what an EB-5 visa is?
I think I've heard some of it. Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
It's either EB-5 or EN-5 visa. This particular visa allows you to come in to the country and make an investment in the United States and receive a green card in exchange.
Mm-hmm.
However, you have to bring in $1.8 million to do this.
Wow.
So when you look at not only the Indians and Pakistanis, but the Koreans, and there's a concept called a Dantai, where an Asian thing where you have mutual investors and you bring in everybody puts in money, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the chance to come to the U.S. and the backers are going to give you that money and you establish a business. That's one of the reasons. And once you pay off the loan, then you become part of the investment group, and it goes on and on and on from there.
Mm-hmm.
So what are other ways that this works? Okay, so one way it works is you can sponsor a person right now. You can sponsor a foreign national based on your income. So if you have a household of 3, you have to prove that you have $32,000 in income. And then you can bring over another person as a sponsor, as you sponsor that family or that individual, and they can work for you during that particular time period. Mm-hmm. So, and this is, and many, I'm not going to say there's one particular African country that is notorious because they worked with the colonials and the slave masters to sell us. And they came up with the whole thing where they shave, they shave the slaves bald so you can't see the gray hair, and they get a higher price. That's how devious their mind was. And they said that because the chains were made of iron, that it related to one of their god, who was the master iron worker. And so it was his will that we be enslaved. And that's an African country. Okay. But anyway, I'm just saying that to let us know that go beyond the micro in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Look at if we were to invest monies like the Koreans do, like the Asians, the South Asians do, to bring people over and to bring businesses over. That's how you make a significant change.
Exactly. Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
We are consistent in being inconsistent.
Yes.
And I said we, but a lot of people, when something changed, we change with it. Roll with the punches. Keep it moving. All you got to do is come up with an idea. Here we go. Run. We colored people, then Negroes, now we African American. Who made that up? Mm-hmm. That's just me, right? Mm-hmm. And while we changing, I think it's Pete says, our kids figured out, no, I'm going to be lying to us, and they upset about it. Mm-hmm. They don't like, these kids don't like really lie. I'm talking about from every way we come. Mm-hmm. Even our religion. Can I say that they almost make me sick too?
Do we have good religion?
I heard a young.
Do we have good religion?
I saw a young man and he was preaching.
Uh-huh.
I think he was preaching. He was doing the type of preaching that's going on these days.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of his message, he told the organist, go to C sharp.
Mm.
No, come down. Now he done forgot all about the fact that the gospel is the power of God unto salvation. He worried about a key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What key he in?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I saying that? Is we even in our churches are failing
Come on.
because we talking about stuff over their head and we're not talking to them, and they're not studying us because we're not studying them.
Exactly.
And while we worry about what key we preaching in, souls are being lost. That makes me sick.
Every day.
You hear the pattern of it, and then if that's not the case, then we're coming out and we're finding out that we've been manipulating people instead of being concerned about whether a child is eating.
Yep.
Or how can you help their mother struggle while you riding around in your fine car with your bling bling on. So anyway,
you better say
there's so many different avenues. We can talk about it on Way Out Wednesday. Any way we want to, any subject we want to bring up, we can find out why our kids are turning to something else because we're not turning to them.
Say it. That's it. Absolutely. Brother Pete, talk to me, brother. And Tucson had 40 seconds to go.
A gang, a group of people put together in a group who have symbols, phrases, behaviors, and objectives that they collectively agree on. That's what makes them out to be a gang. Republican Party, a gang. Democratic Party, a gang. The Bar Association, a gang. How many more gangs we got out here? And the only ones they want to talk about is these young people are, grown men walking around on the street, doing little nothing crimes out here. I mean, murder stuff is major. But come on, what? When y'all still in lies, freedom, houses, whole everything that you can imagine, up under calling yourself the legal, lawful, right? Look, what does it mean to register? Well, if you understand the definition of when you register anything, it means that you're giving away ownership and interest to whatever it is that you're registering it with. Now, how many of y'all want to hurry up and get out there and register to vote? Because you gotta vote, you gotta vote. And then are you serious? That's not even how the game is played. Nobody has to ever cast a ballot if you have the economics. Did you hear the brother say finances, money, economics, commerce, money, business, money, finance, cash, credit, power, financially? You buy the politician. You ain't never got to vote for him. Pay him to do your bidding. That's what everybody else do. And we still around here being told, you got to vote. I'm going to vote. Man, they don't even give you hams, turkeys, and chickens no more. They used to bring the truck out and they at least give you ham, chicken, and turkeys back when, the 60s, early 70s. We don't even do that no more. They vote for me. For what? What are you doing? You're lying to yourself and you're being lied to. You don't understand the game because you wasn't taught how the game is played, and it's never for you to interpret what the real arena of this reality is. And you got the nerve to call some other individuals a gang. Are you serious? This is a criminal enterprise if you look at how it's operated. If I charge you excessive interest on a loan, that's called loan sharking. If the bank does it, it's called business. What?
Yeah.
If I go on your credit, use your credit card and take an excessive amount out of your account, you got to take me to court. You got to go to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. You got to file some paperwork with the bank or whatever to try to get this money back from this creditor or this company. Huh? Called robbery. That's what it is. It's robbery. Is it legalized robbery? Or is it even legal? Who said it's legal? Come on. But this is the nonsense that we're dealing with. And then they want to tell you, talking gang. This whole situation is a gang. Name me any group off the definition that's together doing something, tell me they ain't a gang. By definition, they are. What up, cuz? What up, homie? What up, blood? Yeah, whatever. It's all a game when you look at the definition of a game and
30
you look how
seconds.
this thing is structured.
Mhm.
But how dare you think you have a moral compass or moral position to point at somebody else, and specifically us, and denigrate us when you are the progenitor, the creator, the originator, the bring forth of so much to most of all everything that we can point to that's wrong, and then you want to point at me and tell me about my wrong? Huh? Man, what part of the place that don't nobody want to go are you trying to go to today with that nonsense talking that to me about us? Huh? I'm gone.
Okay.
It's the same individual, same system that built up our women to separate them from our men, to put them in today's society to advance, and now they turning around and attacking them for taking the mission, understanding what the mission was, and being accomplished and educated and prepared, right, to fulfill the task before them, and now they want to tear them back down. Really?
Stay right there, brother. 3 minutes. We gotta stay
We
within
don't
our 3 minutes. Stay right there, brother. We're gonna circle back around to you. Y'all listen for that sound. When y'all hear that sound, that means your 3 minutes is up. We gotta move to the next person. So let me go back to let me go to Curtis. Curtis, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me. Curtis?
Well, you know, bro, just pretty much threw it all out there. Like, a lot of people don't pay this no attention. I guess it's because when they do it, it's okay, but when we do it, it's something wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we live our lives each and every day, and we don't even never address the fact that they actually have a group of senators in government right now that they call the Gang of Six. They literally call themselves a gang.
Mm-hmm.
But their gang is legal and acceptable. Their gang is a do nothing wrong kind of gang.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then those same people turn around and call us criminals. I was just looking at something while I was getting dressed for work this morning that just kind of offset me a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm saying to myself, how many of us would still be walking the street had we did half of what Mr. 45 did? Black, white, or otherwise. I really would like to know how many of us would be walking the street.
Not a lot.
And how many of us will be rotting in somebody's prison?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I don't understand I almost hate to say this, but either these folks is the dumbest folks on the planet, or they just flat out hateful and evil. I don't see how you can condone that. If that was one of mine, my party affiliation, I'd be the first one saying, no, you need to send him to jail. You need to send him to jail. And it's crazy. I'm going to land the plane right here because I know I only got 3 minutes. It's crazy to me that when you look at legality, right? I'm just going to keep it real. The Democratic Party is the only ones that go to prison.
Wow.
Everybody else get out of jail free card. We got
it almost sound like you're saying that there's a different levels of justice system here in this country.
It is different levels of justice, and then there's different levels of justice according to what party affiliation you have. I mean, think about it, Raheem. Let's just be honest. Let's throw the bread. All right. So you got one from Florida. He was brought up on charges of human trafficking. Now they trying to lock Puffy up for human trafficking. You got one from Florida was brought up on human trafficking. The girl showed up to testify. Say, yeah, him and his buddy was trafficking me and my girlfriend. We was doing all kind of sexual acts.
Mm-hmm.
His buddy turned state on him. He don't go to jail. You got another one out of Ohio that kind of find out that he knew multiple coaches on the wrestling team was raping the boys.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him a championship. You got another one. The only one that went is the one that they really didn't want to be. They really didn't want his face to be connected with the party because he was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Boy out of New York told all them lies.
30 seconds, Curtis.
And he told lies that all you had to do was go on Google, Raheem, and hit a button and it'll pop right up.
Mm-hmm.
No, he ain't never went to Harvard. No, he ain't never went to Yale.
Mm-hmm.
No, he ain't even graduate college.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's like it's a cult. It's like it has become a true living, breathing cult, brother.
Wow.
I'm sorry if I offend anybody. That is not my intentions. Please do not charge that to my heart. But that's what's in my mind, man. This thing is looking like a cult. Oh, I know what I want to tell you.
Time.
They just posted it on Morning Joe this morning. Once again, the Fed done gave us the report. The most dangerous group in America is white supremacists.
Wow.
Is the doggone Ku Klux Klan.
Wow. Mo, talk to me, brother. 3 minutes.
Okay, here we go. All right. Well, first of all, as Brother Curtis just said, mentioning Donald Trump. So, Trump had called in and said, all we need is, was like 10,000 plus votes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And everything else. So the brother who called in and said that voting was basically, he disregarded the power of the vote. People died for that. People shed blood for that. And there was a reason they tried to stop us from voting. So imagine if it was just one vote that Trump had said, I just need one vote from Fulton County in Atlanta. That brother who called in and said, don't vote, would have been that vote. And that is the way you get into power. And that is the way that power is gained. The power of the vote is still is still very powerful. But the other thing, again, micro and macro, we actually at this point in our lives as African Americans, as Blacks, as colored, as Africans, period, in this country, need to pivot from civil rights to human rights. Because in the micro level here in this country, it's civil rights, but on the macro world level, it's human rights. There's been enough stuff that's been put on us as a people that now becomes a situation of genocide and the deliberate taking away of our humanity. And that is what Malcolm died over. King died over civil rights. Malcolm died over human rights. And now we need to go to human rights, but voting is a part of that human rights struggle too. And so I encourage people, yes, do register to vote. Do not take for granted the power of the vote. Even Minister Farrakhan said he registered to vote when Obama was running for president, and he voted for Obama. So what does that say? That's it.
Good deal.
Amen. Amen.
Good deal. Pete, 3 minutes, sir. Pete, you there? Toussaint, talk to me.
I'm listening, Raheem, because I think it's about time to shift.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a point from what rights you want. Yeah, I know the narrow is our rights,
Mm-hmm.
but then somebody, for the most part, ain't nobody studying our rights. But what about humans' rights? We all that. We got to change our game because we push ourselves in the corner sometimes. trying to just do the me, my, and I. That's what's wrong with the society now. What about us?
Mm-hmm.
All of us. I think that Malcolm, Martin, and others was more so not thinking about just them. They was thinking about us, and we still dreaming because we selfish. So anyway, I'm a listener most of the time. I'm rolling right here. It's time for me to get to work. So not work, but you know.
Yeah.
I got things to do.
I got you.
But good conversation. Just a lot of honesty. We just need to be honest with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, brother.
Exactly. Appreciate you. Pete, you there, brother?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
Again,
3 minutes.
we don't understand the game. Is all I'm gonna just end it up with saying. We do not understand the arena of the reality of existing in this society, and we don't understand the relevance to existing in this society and how it's structured and operated, how relevant it is to existing in this world. We as a collective, an ethnic group of melanated, who they call Negro, colored, African American, black folk, you have no friends nowhere. You don't even have friends, or you're not friendly enough amongst yourselves, right? One of the comedians, Godfrey, did a video recently, and he stated that, I think it was on the Shay Shay show, he stated that someone said we don't even have the unity to run a criminal organization as a people, a successful criminal organization. You can't even control that. Listen, our disunity represents our demise, and our unity will represent our ultimate success and survival. We must comprehend the reality of our existence, the situation we're in on earth as a people, and what we're up against. And we can continue to play, pontificate, mentally master, physically masturbate, however you want to do it, right? But until you really come to the knowledge of the truth and proclaim self-determination, what is best for you individually and collectively, and stand on it and yield nothing on your goals, yield nothing on what you proclaim you will have, you will do, you will stamp as a standard and foundation in your existence, you will not have it. You won't have it. You will not have it. Stop playing and stop letting the game be played on you. Learn how to play the game. When they create the game, they control the rules to the game, and they are an opponent in the game against you. There's no way to beat them at the game other than to not play their game. Stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
Peace and love. Forward strong.
Good deal. Kurt, talk to me, brother. Kurt, need you to do me something. Kurt, you there? Curtis, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Curtis,
I'm here.
I'm putting my breaking news thing up on the screen here. DKM Media Group, breaking news, and I want you to tell me what's going on with that with the bridge situation there in Baltimore.
They just ended the search.
Did they find the bodies?
And now, no, they didn't say that they found no bodies, but now they're moving towards doing an investigation. They're gonna be going on the ship today.
Mm-hmm.
Going on the ship, checking the containers. They got to check. You know, that's a major job, brother, because all of those containers don't have the same thing in them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you gotta bring in. They supposed to be bringing in the environmental control, along with your heightened folks and logistics, 3PL, 4PL folk, because now they not only gotta get the manifest of what was on the ship, but they gotta figure out what fell in the water.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a massive job. It's probably going to take them. They say it took them 5 years to build that bridge. So it's probably going to take them, on average, I want to say 5 to 7, maybe 10 years to actually complete that bridge. The brick was clean. Whoever designed it it was designed. It was designed for catastrophe because it broke right where the highway that's on land stops and the bridges start.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it broke. It literally broke right there on both sides. So, but yeah, they still ain't found the 6 bodies. Well, I haven't heard them say anything about finding the 6 bodies. And they were talking about today they will be going on the ship, looking at the manifest, looking at the engine room, looking at the brig. There's a report out that ship actually lost power.
Mm.
That's why they had no control where it was going. And the evidence in ship losing power, I didn't know this, Raheem. Did you know that the evidence of a ship losing power is black smoke coming out of the stack?
Didn't know it.
Yeah, there's a video out there that's going around the internet right now where it actually shows you when the ship lost power, and then it tell you, okay, you can tell it the black smoke come, and the black smoke, sure enough, you see this big ball of black smoke come out the stack,
Mm-hmm.
and next thing you know, before then it was too late.
Wow. So my heart and mind and prayer go out to everybody that's in that area, man, because there's a lot going on right now in that particular area. Now I got to go to another breaking story before we move on. Breaking news, DKM Media Group. Breaking news. Mo, talk to me about the gas leak that happened here in Atlanta.
And so I live. I'm raising my 2 kids, and so I work from home. And about there were all these fire trucks and everything. I was going to the little bodega corner store,
Mm-hmm.
and I turned around when I saw a woman. She said, "The store is closed." And I asked the fireman what was happening, what was going on. He said, "We got a major gas leak. We need you to go back into your house. Do not go forward." Very nice fellow. So
Yeah.
I went back in. 15 minutes later, I hear boom.
Wow.
And the air pressure changes in my apartment. I could feel it. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And my window was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And about 100 yards away, because I can just open up my porch, my back door, and go onto the porch. And I just saw smoke and dust
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. And firefighters were like, they were like shocked themselves. And there were 3 people standing on the corner waiting for the MARTA bus. When the smoke cleared, there was about a 10-foot hole. And there was a local barbecue place that's actually, I'm down the street from JJ's Rib Shack on Campbellton, but there's a little mom and pop family-owned place called Po Freddy's, P.O. Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
And actually their ribs are much better. They had great side dishes. They cooked them all there.
Man, stop doing them commercials, man. Stop doing them commercials.
Here's the thing about it. Po Freddy's is no more. It was demolished in the explosion.
Wow.
That business is gone.
Mm.
Okay. And, and it's sad. And I hope they rebuild because they're going to get paid, because it turned out the Atlanta Fire Department said it was a contractor because they're laying fiber optic lines all along Campbellton Road, AT&T Fiber. And it's a good thing. I mentioned responsible gentrification. That's responsible gentrification. But the contractor hit the gas line.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And caused this. And the road on Campbellton Road in that area was closed down for at least 12 hours. You couldn't get in or out. I couldn't get out of where I lived. They tried to force me back into my apartment to maintain the blast radius. It was pretty serious. And I was wondering why I had a headache all that day. And it was from gas, because the smell of gas, that's an odorizer they put in there, the sulfur smell. But gas itself, natural gas, has no smell. And that's how stuff happens. It was a vapor explosion.
Man, look here. I'm going to tell you something. Lucky nobody lit a match.
Well, apparently that's what happened, because when the vapor hit Po Freddy's went boom.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. It ignited it. Wow.
Yes.
And that is some breaking news. We're gonna do that every day. We probably gonna go to different places. We got people calling in from all over the United States of America and sometimes outside of the United States of America. But I want to have this breaking news. Want to have some breaking news activities and find out what's going on. Now, before we move on, I want to go to Joseph. I know Joseph's still on the line. Joseph, you there? Joseph, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Do you have any breaking
Yes.
news? I know you're also in the
Yes.
Atlanta area. Do you have any breaking news?
No, I don't have any breaking news, but I heard, I believe it was the mayor of Baltimore. I think I heard him say that there are 11 people missing, contrary to what the local media is saying. Somebody said 6 people, but the mayor seemed to suggest that there was about 11 people, and I'm hoping they are not, discriminatory intentionally, but there might be some brothers and sisters involved in that.
Wow. It's a terrible situation, brother. It's a terrible situation. Now we're gonna get back to our topic. Then we're gonna switch topics. But right now I want to go to Toya with a T. Toya with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Hey, I just want to say good morning to Toya. I like hearing her voice and her energy. She's pretty cool.
Oh Lord. Oh Toya, when last time you heard somebody say you pretty cool, Toya? Oh Lord. Oh.
Stop. They say she.
Hey Toya, you got a bad connection. You got a bad. Hey Toya, you got a bad. Hey Toya, you got a bad connection. It's going in and out. Go out and come back in. You got a bad connection.
All right.
Yeah, you got a bad connection. There you go. Go out and come right back in. As soon as you come back in, it shouldn't take nothing but a second or two to come back in. I'm gonna go right back to her. But my thing is, my heart goes out to all these situations. I want. Did anybody die in that explosion, Mo?
The thing about it, it's God's miracle. No one died in an explosion, and there were 3 people who were at the MARTA bus stop right near Poe Freddy's.
Wow.
And the blast happened, and they were unharmed.
Wow.
And right on the corner, there's a church there on the corner, too. But the community here is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Because they're all, everyone here is either retired, professional retired, or fixed income. And we've just seen this community just change over time. But it really goes down to the biggest thing within the Black area of Atlanta is infrastructure. Now, I'm going to vote for Mayor Dickens again because I like what he's doing. I don't have to worry about him doing macaroni and cheese battles on social media. There's no magic Negro, be black female magic, black male energy magic, whatever. There's none of that there. It's like he's doing what he needs to do for the city. But infrastructure is important. These trees, and when I was in my house, man, we had 3 trees hit. 1 tree hit and took out a quarter of the house. And I was on vacation at the time, and it was raining. But most of the green trees in Atlanta are diseased from pollution. They did their job, which was cleaning the area. But when we see gentrification again, you go down Campbell Road, as I said, and now the trees that were there, the few trees that were there have been cut down.
Yeah.
As they expand and everything else. So of course, we know that trees also make things cooler. Atlanta used to be known as the city of trees. But we don't have these trees anymore, so it's hotter on the black side of town. White folk, they got trees everywhere. What do they call it? Ecosystem. This, and everything else. Yeah. So get these big trees down. It's time for, if you own property, to start planting little trees that will grow into big trees in a safe place, because people have lost their homes. Old folk, when a tree falls on your house, you got to pay that money. You got to move.
Got to keep it moving. Speaking of moving, got to keep it moving. Toya, you want to tell you? I see that you're. Toya, what's going on with your signal this morning? It's still showing that it's growing, but let's see how you sound. Good, huh?
I don't know.
Toya?
I see that little signal. It was just pretty.
Yeah, see, it's showing yellow right now. It's showing yellow, saying that. Oh, okay. She's gonna call. She's gonna come right back in. But right, I know that we have Cassandra. I gotta say it like that. Cassandra Alexander Green. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Morning.
Cassandra, we're asking a question, and what we're talking about right now at this moment. We had breaking news, but now we're back to our topic, and our topic is this: why do you think, Cassandra, there is such a need? Why? And truth of the matter, I don't know if you want to go into this or not, but you said that you actually partook in it as well. But why do you think it's a need for all the young people to join gangs?
Oh yeah. Needing to feel a part. I mean, it may not make sense to most people,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of gang members, they just want to be a part of something. They want to feel like they got family. I'm not talking about your regular family, like that you are part of something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
And then of course, there's the though for those who do the drugs and the whatever else they doing. But for me it was and most of the people that were part of the gang that I was a part, it was that unity, that family unit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't like the fighting so much, but I was a part of something and I felt like they had my back, I had their back. And that was important to me because of all that I went through at home. That's just me. I don't know. And a lot of the young people that I've spoken to over the years about gangs, why they
Mm-hmm.
joined,
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge part of it.
So am I hearing you say it's almost like a sense of belonging?
Yeah, it is a sense of belonging.
Mm-hmm.
It's not almost like it is a sense of belonging.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
You know that these people, that those group of people, they are going to be there when your back is up against the wall. Nobody messes with you because you're a part of that group, and people know it. They don't mess with you. I mean, yeah, it's a sense of belonging. Absolutely.
Wow. Toya with the T, I see your signal is much better now. So tell me, why do you think a lot of the young folks, and you deal with them every day as well, why do they find it necessary? Why is there a need for them to join these gangs and do the things that gangs do?
So when you look at the breakdown of what it takes to make a human go, I
Mm-hmm.
think that Maslow's hierarchy of needs describes it the best. And the same way you will go and join the military, put your life on the line for people you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The same way you'll go join the police, firefighter academy, or whatever other association. You do it because everybody wants a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Okay. When they look at the hierarchy of needs, they say that before a person will eat, before a person will worry about a roof over their head, they would rather feel like they belong someplace
Mm-hmm.
than anything
Mm-hmm.
else. You know what I'm saying? But then when you meet those needs, it brings you to a self-actualization point to where, you know what? You might be able to do some things not being affiliated to someone else because it's called self-actualization.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to these youngins, we have to remember that when they were born, they were a sponge.
Yes.
They picked up and collected whatever little dust and debris along the way. And if you didn't make sure that you was the parent to make sure that you gave them all the information and all the other sources had a less of an attachment to them, if you never taught them, don't do no gangs, let me tell you what they're going to do. They don't feel like they fit at home with a dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Their dad not there, don't feel wanted. My dad not here. My brother and sisters picking on me, and you won't even say nothing about it. That nigga smothered. Oh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
One of them smothered me with a pillow till I couldn't breathe, and then let me go. And then you want me to feel like I'm wanted by this family? So okay, go outside, and the drug dealers and the pimps out there. Oh, what happened? Let me tell. Let me guess. You prayed and nothing happened, didn't it? Well, let me show you something. And then they didn't provide the open door, the niceness, the stuff that you probably couldn't do. They get you all with that third, buddy up real good until they got you in their clutches.
Mm-hmm.
But it still revolves back to, I don't feel wanted. I don't feel a part of something. And if you don't teach them that, they're going to do that. My daddy, listen, some things people be like, oh, it was too inappropriate. But listen, if I asked a question, my father told me. And if he didn't want to tell me, he said, mind your business. You're too young right now. We'll talk about it later. But for the most part, I knew gang activity was not it. You already a part of gang, the Fluka one. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
There you go.
Oh,
there
you want
go.
you want to fight for somebody? You want to die for somebody? Die for your brothers and sisters, no matter what they do. You'll get beaten because you do something, but you ain't gonna get beat just because we want you to be a part of something. You already want something. What's up? You say you want to be a part of the game? Go ahead, and I'm gonna be a part of jail. Like my father, he was just like, yo, listen, you can choose to do it, right? But you know how I taught you. And if I catch you out there doing something contrary to what I taught you, you ain't got to worry about no police. You ain't got to worry about no judge, and you ain't got to worry about no teacher. It's me and you. You understand what I'm saying? So when I started to navigate and wander through this world, that was a stamp on my bones. I had gang friends, but nah. I don't want no problems with my daddy. You understand what I'm saying?
Good deal. Hold on right there. Absolutely, I do. Well, hold on right there. We got to keep it moving. It's been 3 minutes. We got to move on. Let me see. Toussaint, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Talk to me, brother.
Everybody want to go in a direction, but nobody's leading in one. I'll wait. Who's going in one direction with somebody following them?
Come on.
I'm just trying to see. I mean, when we had those people that we celebrate, and they all gone and dead, even the ones that we talk about in our scripture, there's no person or people that are going in a positive direction that anybody's willing to follow. Ain't that sad?
Wow.
So I'm still waiting. So yeah. So when we I'm talking about us, we talking about our children going to something that is negative. Show me something positive.
Wow. Who's producing something? Who's producing something? Yeah.
No, I mean really. I mean for real. Anywhere, in anything, from politics to education to religion to whatever. And I think that and I'm gonna just say it, throw it out there for free. I think that Lewis, Minister Farrakhan, is that type of guy. But we pick out something for a reason why we won't go in that direction. Because he's Muslim, he's not Christian.
Yeah.
But he preached more Jesus than Black Baptist group.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
True. Absolutely.
And it's not foolishness with a hum to it. We like foolishness with a hum to it because it sounds good, because it got some music behind it to cover up that we're actually lying. Well, I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
This got to be Wednesday. This got to be Wednesday. Joseph, talk to me, brother. Way Out Wednesday. Let's talk.
Oh, it's been said. I'm just listening now, man. I'm just taking it all in and getting full, man, like a tick, bro.
That's good. That's good.
Good talk.
Absolutely. And we need to maybe do a town hall. We need to do another town hall real soon, brother. We need to do another town hall. But let me go to our Mo. Mo, what's on your heart? Talk to me.
Well, what's on my heart is, as everyone is saying, it was a very good conversation, back and forth, the majority of which I agree with. And I'm glad you're, out there with your voice. And I encourage everyone to support your voice in any way possible. I plan to attend the Spades tournament with a friend. Haven't been out dating in a while, so we'll see what happens there. But one of the things that is on my heart is I've recently discovered, well, I can't say recently, but I've rediscovered Kevin Samuels. And even though a lot of Black women, hate him, some like him, but then the ones that I'm discovering were the ones he talks to Black men and puts them on the burner there too, and no one talks about that. And I think I was like, wow, I was totally misdirected, and based on many women and what they were saying in the clips they decided to share, and no one shared this clips of him talking to Black men living with their parents, men supporting their parents, men dealing with BS, men full of BS, too. So that's what's on my heart now.
Good deal. Good deal. Cassandra, talk to me.
Okay, so where are we now with this?
Well, we're still talking about the gangs. As a matter of fact, I think we've talked about that long enough. It's right here at 8:52. So we're gonna move on. So moving on, what's on your heart? What topic is on your heart that you want to talk about? This is Way Out Wednesday. We don't have a particular topic. We open up to any topic. So what's on your heart?
So I usually get in trouble for this kind of stuff, but I'm interested in seeing I'm serious. I'm interested in seeing the conspiracy theory that will come up, that the Black people will come up with to protect the P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whatever, all them names he got, whatever name he got. I'm just very interested in seeing what we're going to come up with for that one to protect him or have his back, because we have a way of, no matter what people have done, we want to cover them. That's from OJ, that's with R. Kelly. We find a way. Oh no, he ain't did that. They just trying to get him. Boo. So I'm just interested in seeing how we gonna come up with, covering this kid, to see what
do you think?
Come up with something? I'm just gonna wait. We gonna come up with some good stuff. I'm listening, because the bottom line is our feds don't go after you unless they already got you.
Yeah.
They don't even come knocking at your door. They don't call you nothing until they already know they got you.
It's not your time, Cassandra. I forgot to turn it off for the last person. But so are you saying that we make excuses to try?
Yep. Yeah, we do. I don't know why we do that, but we have a bad way. Even if the person has done horrific stuff, we find a way to cut. Oh, they just saying that because he's a young kid, he's doing well. Woo. No, he's horrible.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of stuff to a lot of people. And all it is he's been revealed, like a lot of these white folk be revealed on stuff they've been doing. A lot of whoever, I don't care what color you are.
Yeah.
If you're doing something wrong, I'll be dang if I'm gonna give your back. You talking about, oh, he's a good Black man? No, hell. Oh, hey. Okay, I'm done.
But see, let me ask you this question right here, Cassandra. Is that a part of human nature though? Because yes, to qualify what you just said, yes, we do that. A lot of our community do that. Well, man, y'all, if he was this, and we do that a lot. But is that human nature? Because I see a lot of white folks and other people, Asian, Latinos, they do that for people that look like them too. Because a lot of times with this Trump situation, all the stuff that, like it's been said on here, all the stuff that he has done, you got half the population still want to vote for him. Y'all don't like him because he did so.
I agree.
I
agree. No, I'm with you on that. Yeah, it's a big. I just hate to see our people do it because it just makes you look ignorant. It makes if people going like, wait a minute, they see what this person has done. That they've got witnesses, and they still saying it. I don't know. I don't care who's doing it, black, white, orange, green. When you do that, it just makes your whole group look stupid.
Exactly.
Because the evidence is there, the witnesses are there, and you talking about no, no.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
then I don't even, I ain't gonna go back because I ain't even gonna talk about that OJ Simpson thing because that I just felt like we were acting totally ignorant. But anyway,
Wow. Toy, you want to T, what do you say to that? Are we gonna make excuses, or do we make excuses for people that look like us to try to justify, for instance, this Diddy situation? The feds went in, they raided this house and all these different things. Are there going to be some quote unquote conspiracy theories that's going to come out and try to justify what he's done?
You know what? People make me sick because we've been saying, I'm from New York. When Biggie died, we knew he killed Biggie.
Yeah.
We be knowing what is going on.
thank
We know
you,
what goes on
Toya.
in our homes. We know they've been talking about what goes on in the music industry, the movies. I mean, we knew it, and they anybody ever seen they say it. All those are conspiracy theories, and they're conspiracy theories until they are now what? True. In reality. Diddy going down. Okay.
Wow.
Diddy is going down because do you remember when I came on your show and I was telling y'all God told me to stop buying stuff?
Yeah.
So I know he told the white folk, the black folk, Latino folk, everybody on this globe. I know he told y'all to stop. I know it. And just like R. Kelly and Epstein and whatever, because God allows these demons to dwell and do what they do for whatever reason. Okay. So this season right here, this karmatic season right here, I'm so mad I haven't been on Facebook to keep people updated, but I've been saying it. He's been saying stop. And whatever you're doing, you need to stop. You need to change your ways. You need to tighten up because he did it to me. And I'm a little pissant compared to Diddy and all these other people in positions of power. So I know he told them Diddy going down. Diddy is now the sacrifice. Things are now about to change. Diddy is one of the people who helped change the game and influence it to be in that way anyway. Because I remember when I was trying to be a rapper back then, they said it's not just about your talent. I said, well, the show ain't gonna be about these cookies. What? No. So this game is about to be over because God said so first and foremost, and all the little chess pieces, kings and bishops and pawns is going to be along the way. They're all about to get flipped. That's what we're watching. Diddy is going down. All right. There's nothing that we can do about it. And it's also exposing the people who, for the love of money, allowed themselves to be boom, boomed and bam, bam, because you just wanted to get $1 and be somebody. So again, this is a karmatic season. He's exposing COVID ruffled the feathers. Everything after that is going to get flipped. So you're going to see we're going to see more people have their stuff come out. Diddy going down, and it's a couple of more that's going to wind up running that train behind him because they got to make space for the head to be the tail and the tail to be the head.
Exactly. Mo, talk to me, brother. This is Way Out Wednesday. Let's do it,
man. It's way out, and Toya is right on point. I came up in the '80s, raised in East Orange. Whitney Houston was Clifford Scott. Well, she had just graduated when I had met her, before she did the Newark Symphony Hall thing. And Dana Owens, Queen Latifah, is from East Orange. I knew her brother Lance, who was a police officer and who died in a horrible accident. But Flavor Unit Records is in East Orange. And Toya, you probably remember, like when Diddy was coming up, I mean, he did the parties, and was it the Sunshine Ballroom where they had locked the doors, the emergency exits, so people couldn't sneak in. It was a fire, and like 50 people died.
Oh, yeah. My cousin died in that fire. Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah. So Toya knows what I'm talking about. Diddy, his business acumen is on point. Okay. But when Biggie and them were coming up, now, Toya, I do, because I work with Outkast, and the manager at the time was Michael, quote unquote, Blue Williams. Everyone knew him as Blue. And so he was in the car with Faith Evans at the museum, and he saw the shooters come in and kill Biggie. And he got interviewed by the FBI and everything else. But what it went down to is that Biggie refused to pay money for protection when he came with the it was the Crips, I think, and they told him not to come. and he told him "F you," and he came anyway, and they used LAPD, supposedly detectives allegedly, and it all part of it all came out. But you're right, Diddy is the Black Jeffrey Epstein. It is a sacrifice along the lines of the divine sacrifices. We saw Epstein sacrifice, we saw Diddy sacrifice, and we're seeing Diddy being sacrificed. And we even look at Kanye, yay, and what he's doing. I don't know if he's crazy. Well, yeah, he is, but crazy like a fox, maybe too, because he is actually like, oh, I see what everything is, and he's letting it out there. He can go and be an open dom and have a submissive walk around as nude as she can be within societal norms, and even got banned in Venice because he had oral sex on a gondola within sight of people. So
Wow.
I mean, it's one thing to like, what is going on? What is he doing? And that's what is making him interesting at this point. If you follow that whole thing, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know where Diddy is. Not only are they investigating, remember they arrested Diddy's sons, and they arrested a person who was the known person for marijuana and cocaine possession. They're calling, according to Daily Mail online, Diddy's drug mule. Alleged
Stay right
drug
there.
mule.
Okay, stay right there, brother. We got to stay within our 3 minutes and gotta move on.
All
I'll
right.
come right back to you if you finish the story. But I want to do this right here before I'm going to go to Joseph too. So Joseph, be on standby. I'm coming to you. You're listening to DK Media Group and Associates, and this is the Morning Glow. This is the Morning Glow. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 until 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please share the broadcast, and tell everybody else to share the broadcast. Now, TikTok. Unfortunately, they found something wrong with what we was talking about this morning. Say it went against their community little situation, and so they got us banned right now. I don't know how long it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be a day or 2 or 3 days, a week, whatever it is. But I want to tell you this: tell people to go to, and I want to start steering people away from TikTok, Facebook, and places like that. Nothing against none of them, but we have our own platform, DKM Media Group. It is broadcast live there every day. You can go to go to the media tab at the top. Click on television. There's 10 channels there, even to include a children's channel. So if you want your kids to be able to look at some good cartoons that's not tainted, have to go to dkmmediagroup.com and go to media and click on, for them it's the children CLT, the children channel. But right now, to be able to watch the Morning Glow, go to 7:30, the first channel on the list, which is 7:30. You can listen to it right there. You don't have to go to TikTok. You don't have to go to Facebook. You don't have to go to all those other places. Go to DKM Media Group. We broadcast it live there every day. A lot of people look at it on that platform. Don't have to worry about it being interrupted. There you have it. Now, Joseph, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about the P. Diddy situation and Kanye and others. I believe that the reason why God opposes idol worship is because we can become a prisoner to things that we like.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is why God says, "Thou shalt have no other God before me," because it keeps the line clear, in my opinion. It keeps you aligned, if you will, with a standard higher than yourself. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it right there.
Wow. Now, is the industry as tainted as people say it is, Joseph? Because you're in the industry as well. So is it as tainted? Have you seen different things like that? Sacrifices and all the different.
Well, there's been a shift. Yeah, there's been a shift in the plantation system, where those who manage the system realize how many millionaires were made from the rap industry, just with people selling, like Master P selling the CDs out the trunk of his car, and climbing up and then taking his money and investing it. Now Spotify wants you to pay what, $9 a month, and it want all the artists to put their music on Spotify, and if you ain't on Spotify, then you're not in vogue.
Mm-hmm.
And so now all the money flows to the top. So you don't go up and put CD in somebody's hand and get your $10 right away. Yeah, it's been a shift in the plantation system. They're controlling, they being corporate America is controlling how people make money. So I'm not surprised that some of the, rappers and others are turning toward human or sex trafficking and all kind of debauchery, just to keep the money flowing. And the system make people do crazy things too.
What do you mean? What do you mean when you say?
Flowing.
What do you mean when you say make people do crazy things?
Well, when you start making money, you want to keep that money flow at a certain level, right? So it's almost like being on a treadmill. You got to do so many different things to maintain it, and then when the system get ready, they can come take it from you anyway. Just like Trump, in a Trump situation, no matter how crooked you get, they make the rules anyway. So, eventually they come and collect it when they get ready. So I just don't make it my idol in the first place. Money don't make me. I make money.
There you go. There you
but
go.
Money.
Let me go to Annie from Mississippi. Good morning, Annie from Mississippi. How you doing this morning? Annie, you there? Okay.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to have you, sister. We're asking a question. This is Way Out Wednesday, and we're talking about a whole lot of different things. But right now, we're talking about that P. Diddy situation, where his house got raided by the feds. Do you think he's guilty, or are they just targeting him right now? 3 minutes.
I think he's guilty. I think he's guilty,
Mhm.
and I think he's guilty of a lot of things that's going to come to light very, very soon. I believe, I listened to different people that work with him this morning on Chris Cuomo, listen to the testimonials, what they endured while working with people, while working with him, how they endured such a horrible experience of working with him. And I believe personally that he got so big and the money took him so high. And sometimes when you get so high, you think you can't be touched. When you think no one can touch you when you get so high and you got away with so much stuff, you think that no one can touch you. But there is an expiration date on all of that. And I think his expiration date is almost here. In fact, it is here. And I think there's a lot of things going to come out about him over the next few weeks.
Wow. Now we're talking. This is Way Out Wednesday, and we don't have a major topic on Wednesday. We talk about what we want to talk about. So, Annie, what's on your heart this morning?
I don't know. I'm calling something. I've got my calling.
Lord Jesus.
I know what I'm going to say. And it's part of TDD also. And I hope and I pray that when they begin to investigate and when they begin to dig deeper and scratch but below the surface, I hope that no one that is that lays claim to the name of Jesus Christ is going to be exposed. I hope that the preachers and the pastors and everyone that was hanging in his little group, I hope that they don't be exposed for the simple fact of people have so much faith in man. And they put people so high. But I hope that when they begin to dig deep into this guy's whatever they're doing right now, that they won't find nobody that's laying claim on pastoralship or bishopship. None of that tied to this situation.
Now, with that being said, you know that they are saying that TD Jakes had a big part to play.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And that's why I said that. And I see that Bishop Jakes turned some of his platform, one platform over his daughter. So I don't know what all that about. I don't know if they knew something was coming down, something was coming their way. I don't know if they knew something was about to happen. I don't know. But I'm saying that because so many people right here, they put their faith in man and not in God. And if they find something tied to this man, this bishop, that people have been worshiping for years, been making an idol out for years, that's
Mhm.
going to cause people to, face to waver. And
Exactly.
not because of him himself, but because of the people that have their confidence in him.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's true. That's true. And far too often people start worshiping a man, not God, but worshiping a
Yeah.
man and putting a man in that position of quote unquote being God in their life, and that's a terrible thing. Toya, you want to talk to me, sis? Toya, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Toussaint, you there?
I'm up.
Okay.
I'm
Go,
up.
go ahead. Go ahead,
Hey,
Toya. Yeah. Go ahead. So what's on your heart? Because Annie said that Annie from Mississippi said that she hoped that no people that's in the spiritual leadership, pastors, bishop, or anything like that, is tied up in this whole Diddy situation when it all comes clear up and you see what's actually there. But TD Jake name has been spoken of many times
Yeah.
in connection with P Diddy. So what do you
Yeah.
think that could do? What do you think that is headed? And how disappointed are people going to be if it is determined? If it's determined right now, allegedly, we're saying allegedly, but if it is determined that he's a part of this whole circle.
I mean, hey, he's a mega pastor. I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say I hope that they're not a part of it. I hope they're not indulging in it. But we remember
Mm-hmm.
Tammy Faye and them bakers.
Yes.
We know we've been
Mm-hmm.
hearing things before Eddie Long came out. We have been hearing stuff before that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wanted to believe it because those are our idols.
Yeah.
High priestess. Hey. They the ones that killed Jesus, the ones that's in like TD Jakes positions, preachers positions. Ain't they the
Mm-hmm.
ones that got together and said Jesus wasn't real? That's
Yep.
what I thought. That's how I took it.
Mm-hmm.
The clergy members who are operating the cities were the ones who condemned Jesus. So I feel like they are just like them, right? They're tempted to do whatever else too. They're tempted to think that they're in a position to be able to talk about everybody else. I respect TD Jakes' story. I watched it from the beginning, right? But he's still human, and I still peep game, and I'm not mad at you for
Mm-hmm.
being who you are, right? But don't manipulate the game. And if after all these years he's been manipulating the game, even if it's consensual, I'm not raping nobody. These are men that want to be with me. I still feel like that's a manipulation in the game, but I can't knock anyone like that because I can't just knock you because it's a sexual thing. I got to do it for everything across the board. It's not just because y'all want to force people to have sex. It's because y'all cheating people out their money. It's because y'all making people do things that you know is going to break their body down. You're encouraging and influencing them with drugs. There's a multitude of things why it would be an issue for me, not just about the sexual aspect. Because again, as a grown man to another grown man, pastor or not, if a grown man is consensual and he want to do it, he can do it, just like any other sin. So I'm not trying to color what sin is what, but at the end of the day, if they involved, I want them all exposed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want them all exposed.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, judges, pastors, priests, cops, and whoever you are, you need to be exposed because you cannot and should not have had that position and been prosperous at it if you really know in your heart that you're just a con artist. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think that's where we're going in this karmatic season. I think this is that season of those people that we worship. This is that moment where he's going to expose them, and everybody ain't going. Every knee shall bow. Every knee shall bow. That was what I was going to wrap it up with. This is that every knee shall bow moment when they see that everybody were fake.
Absolutely. Cassandra, talk to me. If it's discovered that it right now it's allegedly, they say they have videos, they say they have all kind of things, but I don't know, and I'll leave it right. I don't know. But if it is discovered that TD Jakes is a part of this circle of all the activities that's going on, that has been going on with the Diddy for all these years, what is that going to do for people? Because a lot of people look up to TD Jakes. They quote him every day. Well, TD Jakes said, and TD Jakes said, and what is that going to do, Cassandra?
Listen, the gifts and callings of God are without repentance. We're not saying that this man is not gifted by God to do what he does, and he's very good at it. But the bottom line is, if he is, and I believe that he is, and I've always listened, I'm just grateful for discernment, because I've always, and I've told people close to me, I've always felt like there was something wrong about him, and I believe it was homosexuality that I kept picking up all the time. It was like stupid. I was like, what is wrong with you? This man is, powerful. He's doing all this, but that just kept coming, just kept popping up. So if I believe that it's true. I believe there's a whole lot of other ones that's true, but it hurts me when church people are into it. And this is a Church of God in Christ got so many folks that people have called out in the last few years. These major figures, the young men have called out and said that they were having sex with them. There's a guy and his sister who their parents were major players in the Kojic church community, and they came out and said their parents would, both parents would have them sleeping with all of these major church leaders, the boy and the girl. So I don't, ain't nobody above nothing. That's why I don't worship men. I do not worship men. I don't care who they are, how good they are at what they're doing. They are men, they are women, and they are capable of doing anything. So you better take glean what you can from their field, but know that they are fallible just like anybody else. They have the weaknesses and stuff of any other man or woman. So don't put them on dang on pedestal.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what people have been doing for a long time. That's what people have been doing for a long time. Let me go to Tucson, then I'm gonna go to Mo. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
Stop it. Who really cares when, can I say something that they're going to knock you off another platform?
Say it,
the
brother.
LGBTQ or whoever it is and the gay rights movement, they run this country. They've been running it for years. So if he is or if he ain't, who cares? We see it everywhere. Everybody's coming out the closet. So what? We all got some issues, and we get distracted quick about things that really don't matter. I think most of your government's gay. Let me throw it out there for free. Remember book breaking? What was that all about? They was packing peanut butter too, shoveling mud.
Wow.
So we always wanna find somebody that's got some issues when we got the same issues.
Yeah.
and you know what? It's just crazy how I'm like Cassandra. See, when people start off with good intentions and they throw that money out of them, some people unfortunately have been over for the money. So it is what it is.
Wow.
You want me to get real ugly?
No, you already getting ugly, brother. You go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
It get worse.
Go ahead.
No. You're talking about Jake. He ain't the only one.
Wow.
He's not the only one. This been going on since the beginning of time. Remember Lot?
Yeah.
Y'all forgot about Sodom and Gomorrah?
Come on.
We just gave it. This a modern day United States, Sodom and Gomorrah. We're the most evilest people on the face of the earth. I say we. I'm talking about United States of America. So if your leadership is whatever your leadership, that's why God says I won't have nobody before me. And we put people before him and he exposed them for who they are.
Wow.
Because you didn't see it coming. Now how you feel about that?
Okay, good there. With 30 seconds to spare, Mo, talk to me, brother.
Yes, sir.
if
Can I need some?
if it comes out, and right now it's alleged is allegedly TD Jakes is a part of that circle, or have been a part of that circle. But if it comes out that he actually is a part of that circle, what is that going to do for people? Because a lot of people really look up to TD Jakes. They idolize him. So what
Okay.
go ahead. 3 minutes.
No, please finish your thought.
No. I'll just say, what is that going to do for the people? What is that going to do to the psyche of the people, knowing that they follow this man and worship this man all this time, but he's on the other side when the lights go off, he's doing something totally different from what quote unquote he's supposed to do.
Well, I would hope that they would turn to scripture, and I need some organ music here, and go to the New International Version of Matthew 19:12. Can we open our books here? And it says there, for there are eunuchs who are born that way, and there are eunuchs who have been made eunuchs by others. And there are those who choose to live like eunuchs for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. The one who can accept this should accept it. Regardless of TD Jakes' sexuality, what he does in the bedroom, and I've said this before, we talk about down low black men in the church. We don't talk about the down low lesbians, sister such and such. And we talk about sins that we can see openly, thinking they are, oh, you're sinning, you're gay, you're lesbian. But what about the pedophile who's not on the altar, who's not there? What about the thief, the casual thief? What about those who gossip and backbite? Those are sins too. And Jesus said that there's no one sin greater than the other. Such is the law. Following the law is death. And he comes as a fulfillment of the law with his sacrifice. So you can follow TD Jakes, and it goes about the redemption. And yes, the Church of God in Christ, if that's, they've done some great things and everything else. That's one particular denomination. You find where you want to find. Some are Unitarians, where anything goes. Thomas Jefferson was a Unitarian. So it's how it will affect it. Of course, it's going to be scandalized, but in all of this, there's a redemptive story. But the thing that disturbed me about Jakes, when all of this was coming out, and then we saw the ripples in the pond with Jakes, and it went even further out to where we get this Diddy situation. And Jakes didn't say he didn't do anything, but he said basically, but what if I did, I'm still covered by the blood of Jesus, redemption. So what does that say? That's what's more disturbing for me.
30 seconds.
Hypocrisy.
So how do you stand on that? He said if he did, he's covered, knowingly going against the word of God. But he said how do you feel about that?
People knowingly go against the word of God every day.
I'm talking about
He's
this
just in a public forum.
On
that particular situation,
yes,
I think he should have a period of reflection and look upon his words and how that could be interpreted, which he has a marketing and branding and imaging team. So he's already done that. And that's the way he wanted to come out, which to me hints that something else is going to come out on Jakes. Okay. Just like the whole Eddie Long thing here in Atlanta.
Okay, good deal. Hold on, we got to keep it moving. Well, my thing is this right here, and I don't pick a side. I don't pick a side, brother. If you're, like you said, gay, lesbian, pedophile, I don't pick a side. If you're wrong, the way I see it, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And if you're doing wrong, then you're doing wrong. So I'm not gonna point the finger harder at this group, and then point the finger less at this group, and then turn a blind eye to that group. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna deal with all of them accordingly. All y'all are wrong. If it's me, I'm wrong. I'm not gonna try to justify something that I'm doing and hide what I'm doing and say everybody else is wrong. If I'm doing something that's wrong, then it's wrong. I got to be held accountable for that. I got to be held accountable for what I'm doing if I'm doing something that's wrong. And I'm certainly not perfect. Nowhere close to it. Hopefully I can see it down the road, around the block, up the corner. But I'm not there yet.
Listen, TD Jakes can step down and he can start another church under a new name from the Potter's House and still get money from the Potter's House if he wants to do that. People will still follow Jakes because of not who TD Jakes is, but because of the power of the gospel and the message that he has given. You cannot destroy the man's message that he has given, separating the message from the man. And this, preachers face being a son of a preacher. I'm a preacher's kid.
Brother, we got to keep, had you through, and I got to move to somebody. But my thing is, there's a lot tied up into this thing, man. And you could be right. He could go somewhere and start another church, and people will still follow him. And then again, Trump could run for office again. If he don't win this, he could run for office again, and people will still vote for him. Does that mean that he's right? Does that mean he's right? The man that say that pick at handicapped people, that say he could just grow up a woman in a hooters, the man that has dodged this and dodged that and all kind of different things, he could run for office again. But because of the fact that he's running for office, does that mean he's right? Joseph, talk to me, brother. Annie from Mississippi, talk to me, sis.
Follow me as I follow Christ.
Exactly.
If I'm not following Christ, they shouldn't follow me, regardless of who TD Jakes is, and how powerful the message may be. People need to have a relationship with God, so they will be caught up in the name, but they will see the person, they see the fruit that they bear. If your fruit is not saying what your mouth is saying, then I need to stop following you. So many times we give too much grace to the pulpit. And I know that may sound crazy because we get grace from the pulpit, but we give too many, he just a man kind of passes to the pulpit, especially in certain churches. Especially, we always say, oh, he's just a man and keep on going. But I mean, it's not like that. If I'm leading you, the blind cannot lead the blind. The word of God said we both gonna fall into a ditch. And another thing I want to say before I go, we are yet to know the reason that Bishop Eddie Long died. We already know in our hearts, but the people are yet to come out and give a statement saying this is why this man died. Because we hide stuff too much, and we cover up stuff too much, and we look over stuff too much, and we give them a pass to keep on doing what they're doing, rather than holding them accountable for the things that they do. But one thing I love, one thing I know, I ain't gonna say I love, one thing I know, Satan will take you so high and drop you so hard. And if you keep playing with God will expose you.
Yeah.
If you keep on playing, you keep on trying to hide things, God will expose you for the world to see just who you are. And on that note, I got to go right here.
I appreciate you, sis. I definitely appreciate you. Curtis, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me. Curtis, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
Talk to me. Talk to me, brother. I know you got something for me. Come on.
I really don't know what to say. Because everything that's happening, I done kind of said it before. The Puffy situation.
Is he wrong, Curtis?
I don't know how. Huh?
Is he wrong?
I don't know how people didn't see that he was a snake. I just don't know how the people act like he was.
Yep.
People talk about him being great. Oh, he's great. He's brilliant. Puffy ain't never made nothing. Puffy did the easiest thing with music you can possibly do. He was the master at looping. I used to, I'm like Toy. I used to spit, right? We couldn't afford drum machines, man. So what my DJ used to do was take the same record, put one on each turntable. He would catch it. We used to call it catching. He would catch it. So he would catch like eight bars of it, right? And he would scratch it in. Boom. Then he'd go to the other one, bring it back, scratch that in. And he would do it on beat. Puffy what original song he ever made? If they had any kind of brains and weren't so caught up in the power, They should have got R. Kelly out of jail because R. Kelly told them. A lot of people ignored it. R. Kelly said, if y'all don't get me out of jail, I'm going to tell it.
Mm-hmm.
That man been doing what he been doing for years. My big problem with it is this. There's no way in the world that you can tell me that these people did not know that over the last 20 or 30 years that this man been doing all these atrocities and they just ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? I not only hold him accountable, I hold them accountable too.
Exactly.
If you know in the state of South Carolina, you know they got that rule: guilty in the hands of one is guilty in the hands of all.
Yep, hands of one, hands of all.
Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So if you telling me that you gonna send him to jail, cool, not a problem. Let him rot. If that's what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But all at the same time, guess who else needs to go to jail?
Yeah.
Dave need to go to jail. All them folks that was at them parties need to go to jail. Because y'all was taking part in the mistreatment. Y'all was taking part. Y'all was taking part in the misogyny. Y'all was taking part in mistreating them women. Y'all was taking part in doing all kind of heinous things to these women and these boys.
Mm-hmm.
The one boy, Orlando Brown, he all these mega stars you talking about, kids running around here talking about they idolizing, they all done lay with that boy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Drake.
Yep.
Usher. I mean, come on, man. Like, you know what? I get it. He did something wrong. Send his butt to jail. But we gonna find out. We gonna find out because the one thing that's true, Puffy a snitch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can best believe that.
Oh yeah.
He will snitch.
Oh, he gonna tell it.
You know, he's in my mind, he's almost a black Donald Trump.
Wow.
When the heat get too hot in that kitchen, you can best believe that he's gonna work with the feds.
Mm-hmm. Gonna tell it all.
So I don't know what to say about it. I don't know if he's guilty. I don't know if he's innocent. I haven't seen the data. I just know that just by looking at him and looking at the way he moves and being in certain circles that have circulated around him, first thing went through my mind was, I don't never want to be around this dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a snake.
Yep, exactly.
So, you know, that's to each his own, man. I mean, you know, the conspiracy theories that Cassandra was talking about, you know, of course, you know, I mean, I can make one up real quick. Maybe somebody wants Ciroc. Maybe somebody wants the catalog. Mo was talking about Biggie and them, and according to Gene Deal said that Biggie was on the low leaving. He was leaving. He wasn't signing another contract with Bad.
Yep.
He was leaving.
Yeah.
Just like Tupac was leaving.
Yep.
Death Row.
Yep.
All about those masters, isn't it? Who got the masters?
Hold on.
Yeah, why you think Pop did a double album, a double CD? That was business. Okay, I'm on the hook for whatever amount of albums. I'm gonna give him a double album right here. That's 2 albums in one. So that's 2 albums I got covered. I think Pop only had like 1 more, 2 more albums to do before he was done with Death Row. Right? There's a whole lot of things going on with all of that. The day that he's assassinated, they on the way to a party at 662 that was actually an album release, a signing party for Mary J. Blige, Craig Mack,
30 seconds,
and the Loonies. Right? All Bad Boy artists was leaving Bad Boy and going over to Death Row East.
Yeah.
So, you know, the one guy out of all of this that's locked up right now is Suge Knight. Gene Dill told us. He told Gene, I don't care who got the doc. I don't care if Pop, Big, any of them. I don't care who got the doc, but they got to go.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It is what it is. The one thing that has become true to me, and I'll land right here. The one thing that has become true to me is I fear that Black folks don't know how to be rich.
Wow. Toy, you with a team. Talk to me, sis.
Yeah, no, he hit some valid points on those conspiracy theories we used to talk about in New York around that time. But we know it ain't fact. It ain't true. This is the thing I don't do anymore with America because of how they did us. You know how many people sitting in jail right now to this day that didn't commit crimes?
Yep.
They still sitting there and people know that nobody doing nothing about it. So I'm not finna put that title on America like we just so high, mighty, and thou. Like what we say is what we say. That's not the case with America. That's not the case with most of the people that sit in. So when it comes to, P. Diddy, we know the streets, which is where they go to get the information, have told us this is who he is. And this is just reaping of the sowing of what he has. I mean, the reaping of what he has sown. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those things are true. People, more and more and more people come out to be true. But we also know that America has had a way of having more and more people come up and say things are true that wasn't. And then 30 years later, when they're 60 years old, they're sitting there talking about, oh, yeah, no, it was a lie. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this specific situation going on with Diddy and a lot of other people in the game, we've been hearing it for years. We've been knowing it for years. No one said anything because it wasn't a fact. But the person that it happened to, it was a fact too. Now everybody say that they don't believe the people it happened to because of this person. And now here we is, 30 years later. Now J-Lo done said something. All these folks he done dealt with done said something. But this is something that I feel like as a society, when you follow him, you know that. You know that's who he is. And this is the crumbling with it, along with a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? So it can be double-sided vision sometimes dealing with, oh, it's Diddy. Oh, I love Diddy. He would never do that. Me and my cousin got into an argument about me telling him about Diddy being a grind boy. No, he would never do Biggie like that. My cousin has now passed away too. But at the end of the day, it's about knowing what we're dealing with. And all these people are human. And if we are going to be in a position to where we help them to where they are, because we help Puffy to be where they are by indulging in these activities and making it worth the money. We can't just blame all of these things on Puffy or on, whoever it is that's indulging. Epstein. What about the parents that were sitting alone and their kids out, renting their kids out? Rent yourself.
Toy, should the parents of the kids, of the young girls that R. Kelly was dealing with, should they be incarcerated as well?
I believe so. I believe so. But this is also a tricky thing too, because as a 16-year-old girl who had some things that happened to me, right? And let's just say they're untold. Some of the conscious and choices and decisions I made at 15, 16 sexually, I should not have, even though they were conscious. So because they were conscious, I don't feel like no one else should have suffered the ramifications of those, because at 15 and 16, I knew what I was doing, regardless if it was wrong. Now, am I disappointed for doing so? Yeah. But like I say, it's a tricky road when you're young and you don't get no do-overs and you just be doing stuff to be doing stuff because you got people influencing you. Adults.
Yeah.
Typically adults. It don't be babies influence us. We don't want to be like babies. Typically people older than us influencing us to do things, and then we do it and we know again now our innocence is stolen. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a tricky line, because I think there's a specific age range, which I think is like 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, depending on your, IQ capacity. If you are making certain conscious choices and decisions to make drugs, to build bombs, to go shoot people up, to have sex, you need to be held accountable on that level. Your parents shouldn't have nothing to do with it.
Wow. Brother Pete, welcome back, brother.
How you doing, sir? I got a 2-for-1. I got a brother Malik in too. If you're indulging, I'm gonna get out the way real quick. I just want to say, at 16, right? Because I think in many states, the age of 16 is the age of consent for sex.
Yes,
right?
yes.
But you got to be 18 to do what? You got to be 21 to do some other things.
Yeah.
But can we make up our mind on what we're saying here?
Because I
Mhm.
mean, now how are you able to be held, responsible to have sex at 16, but yet, you got to be 18 to do other things at some stage. You got to be 21, to buy cigarettes or, maybe carry a pistol or whatever. Wait, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm back outside. Restate the question so my brother can come in.
Well, we talk right now. We're talking about the Diddy situation. They raided his home, and this is way out Wednesday, man. We talk about a lot of different things on Wednesdays, and what we're talking about at this particular point is the Diddy situation. Is he guilty? The feds went in, raided his home, and the different things that he is. Is he guilty? The TD Jakes situation, is TD Jakes tied into this thing, and what would it do to individuals if they really realized or found out? Right now, it's alleged. If they found out that TD Jakes was involved with this whole titty scandal. Malik, how you doing, brother?
Uh, I'm doing well. Peace and blessing. Assalamu alaikum wa
Walaikum
rahmatullah
Yes,
to
sir.
each one of you. This is a societal problem. Do I think he's guilty? I cannot confirm or deny that because evidence has not been proven or pointed to. So I'm not going to put that on that man, but it does not look encouraging on Sean Combs' side. His track record is extremely sketchy. If we go back to the dealings with Usher in 1992 and 93, the Cuba Gooding Jr. situation that has just arose, Cassie's situation, which has been publicly known, and other entities of his wrongdoings and just handling business. But I think this is bigger than Puffy. We have normalized in society sex trafficking with young women. This has been done for centuries, generations, eons. There is a Lifetime or one of these TV show programs coming on about Elvis and Priscilla Presley.
Yeah.
Now, how old was she when he got her?
She was very young.
How old was Woody Allen when he took his wife?
Yes.
Jerry Lee Lewis. So if we're gonna put Puffy, we're gonna put R. Kelly on trial, we need to put American Westernized and the world society on trial as well. Because this has been, we all grew up, and I'm a baby of the 70s, grew up in the 80s and the 90s. I knew plenty of females that were 15, 16, 17 years old that were dating grown men, coming to pick them up from junior high and high school and taking them back to their apartments. These are 16, 17-year-old girls.
Wow.
And we knew this was going on. We all knew this was going on. But we did not say anything. We normalized it. But now with the Me Too movement, this has become something that is, it's so bad.
Brother,
so we need to talk to our fathers and our grandfathers.
Malik, we keep it to 3 minutes, and you got about 30 seconds left. But I'm going to ask you this question: are you tying in the Me Too movement into, or tying these things together with what's going on in society in regards to this pedophilia? Are you tying those two together?
I would say that they are highlighting it. They are making it an issue, which needs to be done.
Okay. Hold on for a second. Cassandra, what's on your heart? What do you say to that?
If Me Too, you too, we too, everybody too brings out an issue that is affecting women, children, even men, young boys, then I want it to come out. That's just my thing. It's time out for all of you. I don't care if you black, white, purple, orange, green. If you are doing things like sex trafficking, now y'all know this in my area, sex trafficking, abuse, I don't give a rat's I don't care. I want it to come out. I don't care if it's TD Jakes. I don't care if it's what's the white boy's name that killed himself in jail or didn't kill himself in jail, whatever one you want to believe. I don't care who you are. I want you exposed. I don't care if you P. Diddy, R. Kelly. I don't care what your initials are, whatever. If you are doing things that are dirty and hurtful to people, then I want you exposed. I don't care if it's Eddie Long, Bishop Long, and I liked him. But if you were doing the things that they said, and you were, because enough young men came out and said you did, so it needs to be exposed. My problem with leaders, especially Christian leaders, doing stuff like this is that the damage that you do, not just to those young men, but the damage and young women, but what do you do to the body of Christ? That's my concern. Expose you, you need to be exposed. If your wives know what you are, they need to be exposed too, because they should say something. Nah, man, he's doing this, and I know he's doing it. And some of them have. But man, I don't play like that. You're ruining families, you're ruining, and you're giving God a bad name, which you really can't give him a bad name, but you're making it look bad for the body of Christ. Or whoever you serve, Allah, Buddha, whoever.
That's good. That's good. We got a few more minutes before we get out of here. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. How do you feel about this whole situation? How do you feel about this conversation? Is it an uncomfortable conversation to even have? Is it an uncomfortable conversation to even have? Mo, talk to me, brother. 3 minutes.
It is not an uncomfortable conversation to have, because there are situations within our family structure, history, predecessors, that we see these scandals, and it's just all coming out. And what we're seeing is the shouting from the rooftops. In ancient Jerusalem, your people basically lived on the top of the houses in the nighttime, and they slept on the top because of the temperature, the air, and everything. And you would expose these people and everything else, and shout out what was going on in your home to say that I am free of this sin, I recognize this, and I don't want to be a part of it. So we're seeing this shouting out from the rooftops. And even with Diddy and Death Row, we have to remember that Suge Knight was originally Dr. Dre's bodyguard. And to escape taxes at that time, he allegedly and it's proven too, but he made Suge the CEO of Death Row Records for a period of time. He was supposed to give it back. And Suge said, I'm not giving nothing back, because the contract was faulty, and Suge found himself in control of Death Row. What we find out with Tupac, his roles and all of that, when Tupac came to Suge and was like, I need to be paid this, I need to be paid that. And Suge was like, what do you need, Pac? You need a new house? I'll buy it. You need a Rolls? I'll buy it. But he didn't know it was coming off his advances. And that's why when Tupac was murdered, he was doing an accounting of the advances and his royalties due from Death Row Records.
He was about to hurt him.
Diddy was part of that too. And Vice magazine did a big article that Suge was either a warlord or an affiliate of the Bloods. He's on the front of the magazine in a blood red suit, and it talks about him meeting an old Italian gentleman and walking around the corner with him during the interview. So he may be mafia associated too. But when you have two powerful people like Suge and R. Kelly, then the temptation goes, do you snitch? Do you tell stuff? Kelly, like the brother had said, R. Kelly said, if you're going to get me out of here, I'm going to tell everything. Everything is getting told right now. We see an assault from Will Smith on down. What goes on in the bedroom does not stay in the bedroom, apparently.
Exactly.
For white folk to do. Kennedy's stuff is finally coming out, 60 years after he's dead.
Wow.
But it's breaking down our idols and people that we think we respect for what reason. They didn't, the Horatio Alger story, pulling you up by the bootstraps. One of your callers had stated that Black people don't know how to be rich. No, some do know how to be rich, but it's outside of what we know as the game and the system.
Good deal. Stay right there, brother. Got to keep it moving. Got to keep it moving. Curtis, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart? Curtis? Okay, Curtis, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Toy, you with a T, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Talk to me.
No, yeah,
There's
well,
a
you
lot
know,
going on. Way out Wednesday, sis.
yeah, I mean, hey, way out Wednesday. That means we can switch topics. Cause that stuff right there, I'm sick of talking about them demons, honey. Them demons been running around here all these years. Then they want to act like they don't know what's going on. And now all of a sudden what we said going on is going on, and now nobody know what to do. Like, I don't understand. Put them cats in jail, break these groups up, these cults up, because it gets deeper than this. It gets deeper than this. We got a couple of other societies and a couple other things that they do more than just that. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to veer away from that one. But since we was going over breaking news earlier and I didn't hop on, I just saw that a cargo ship crashed into a bridge. Y'all see that? The Francis Scott Key Bridge?
Yeah, we talked about that. We definitely did.
I got on late. Okay, yeah, I missed some things, but yeah, we could switch because I'm so sick of Diddy and Pastor Jake. Why we even? That's the age I'm at right now. Some things. Why are we even talking about you? This, what you how old you is? Why am I even talking about this with these, particularly TD Jakes? But like I said, I saw the beginning and how he started. And, I mean, hey, let's just say I'm not shocked. But at the end of the day, I don't even worry about it. I got too much. I'm one of God's monsters down here right now. I ain't got time to be thinking of them and that foolishness. I'm too busy trying to not be one of those people. I'm too busy trying to curve my own urges because I feel like I'm letting him down with my smoking. I don't care what them folks got going on. That's between them and God. I'm so busy dealing with me and what I got going on, Lord, because I want you to know that I love you. I know you know my heart, but Dad, help me make my actions. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't even I give all that about 17 minutes energy a day to shake my head and say, and be grateful that my heart is not like that, and be grateful that I've been delivered because I remember when I was possessed like that. You understand what I'm saying? So as I see the wool come off, the costumes come off these wolves, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't give it much more energy than that because I'm too busy trying to focus on getting me right with my God and I'm trying to outdo the things that I have done with him. So I can't really kick it with them too much because that's a lower level that I can't identify with because I'm not that grimy. Now I might deal with a guy that I'm a husband, but I ain't gonna mess with no kids and I ain't gonna be joining no orgies and you know what I'm saying? But then I'm judging. But I'm good on them.
Exactly. Good deal. Brother Pete, talk to me, brother. What's on your heart?
Ooh. The things that are done in the dark are going to be revealed in the. So we just need to understand and be careful. If you don't want everybody to know what you're doing, then you better not be doing it because everybody's soon to find out. That's just what it is, and especially if you're out in the limelight.
Yeah,
it just go to show you the foolishness of our value system, right? Things that we put in the what matters category. These are regular flesh and blood beings living their lives. They put them up in front of you often in privileged places and try to give them an image. When who are these people? Do we even know? Do we even want to know? And too often we find out that it's just lower level heathen savagery. That's all too common. And it's nothing that you even want to know about. There's nobody that you should be running to take a picture with or get their autograph. You actually should be running in the other direction as fast as you can, and hopefully keeping your body orifices protected from these savages.
Exactly. And let me take this opportunity right now because we're about to get out of here. We only got 5 minutes before we go. But I want to invite everybody that's listening, that's in and around or going to be in and around the Atlanta, Georgia area on Saturday, April the 20th. Saturday, April the 20th, we're having our first annual spades tournament. It's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser that we're doing. So I want people to come on out. If you think you know how to play spades, if you think now you know how to play spades, if you think your game is good, let's test that. Let's test that theory. Let's test that theory. Come on out to the spade tournament. Get in contact with me. I'll give you the information. You can go on my Facebook page or different things like that on how you can sign up. You have to register early though. You have to register early because we're not doing any signups that day. We're not doing any signups that day because that day we're focusing on the tournament itself. And
watch me run a Boston on Raheem. I'm going to run a Boston on Raheem. I'm going to make him renege. I'm going to make him underbid. All that stuff.
Wow, you're talking real tough now. You're talking real tough when you ain't got no cards in your hand.
Hey,
do
if
that,
you feel froggy,
do that
jump.
when you got some cards in your hand. Do that when you got some. Hey, look there. A lot of people have said they're gonna come and do this. They're gonna do this. Look at here. It's hard to do it though. Mike Tyson said everybody's bad until they get hit. And when I hit
all right, I'll put that big joker on my forehead and let you go down in flames, sir.
Okay, that's good, but you got to understand that's only one book. I got the other 12. So your little book ain't gonna do you no good. When I got
you a librarian, huh? So you a librarian?
Go on, hey, look here. I'm just here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. Toya with a T. We're gonna whoop you too. I'm gonna just here to let you know, Toya. We're gonna whoop you too. I'm putting it out there. We're gonna whoop you.
Okay, go ahead then. All right.
We're gonna whoop you. I'm letting you know. Cassandra,
okay,
Cassandra, you come, gotta whoop
oil from frying chicken, Toya. It's gonna fly when you lose your books.
Okay, heard on that. I'm gonna give them to you then. If that's the case, I'm a quiet winner. I'm one of the ones. I don't talk about it. I be about it. So
okay, you're gonna see some Boston market on you, girl.
I like Boston market. I like Boston. My favorite place, baby.
Oh, then you're gonna see some Boston. I'm gonna take you to Boston.
God don't mind it. And Pete, I'm here to tell you, brother. If you show up, expect to get a spanking. Expect to get a spanking. I'm just here to tell you. Oh, he ain't gonna say nothing. Oh,
no, Pete ain't got no spades. He can't cut nothing.
Oh no, Pete. Only reason he ain't said that because he done hung up. But if he called back in, if he's still listening, Pete, we got a whooping for you too. Anybody, it's gonna be a great night. It's gonna be a lot of trash talking. It's gonna be some trash talking. So you got thin skin, you might not want to sit at the table. But come on, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something we can look back on and know that we had a good time. So come on out, man. Come on out, have a good time with us. Enjoy it. April the 20th, Saturday, April the 20th. It's gonna be in Atlanta. And so make sure that you make your way on over there and come on and hang out with us. Have a good time. Toya, you want to see anything on your heart before we get out of here? Toya?
No. Thank y'all for the opportunity. As usual, brother, thank you for having the platform available for us to be able to hear and voice ourselves. And I love everybody on the platform that make sure they come through with their honest opinions. I really feel like, God got us together for a reason. We've been doing this for a few years for a reason. I think something, bigger things are about to come, but I just appreciate you and everybody so much. But y'all have a good day. I love y'all.
Love you as well, sis. Love you as well. Now, Cassandra.
Yes, sir.
Somebody was listening to this broadcast, Cassandra, and for whatever reason, they came in late. They know that we get started at 7:00, but they came in late. Okay, they came in 8:00, 8:30, 8:45, and they said, Lord, I would really love to hear that broadcast in its entirety. Now, you did such a marvelous job yesterday, Cassandra. Is there a way they could do it? Is there a way they can see this thing in its entirety?
Raheem, there absolutely is. All they have to do is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune into dkmmediagroup.com and they can see the entire show in its entirety. So 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, catch the whole show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Toya with a T. Toya with a T. This is the ladies.
Yeah.
This is the ladies' moment right now. Toya, pray us out, sis.
Oh, okay. You don't do me like that. Thank you, Father, for another glorious day. Thank you, Lord, for another glorious day, Lord. We want to thank you for continuing to provide for us and protect us thus far. And we want to ask that you continue to keep us covered this far, Lord. And I want to ask you to just guide our hearts, guide our minds, Lord. You know we special down here, Father. So please, when you see we get ready to make mistakes, intervene for us, Lord. Keep our loved ones close to you and make sure that no harm come to us. Make sure you protect the government, because even when we eating is touching us, Father. So we need you to be roaming through these streets and taking care of us, Lord, Father, because you know the world done gone mad. But we love you, we honor you, and we praise you, and we're thankful for everything opportunity that you give us to get together. In Jesus' name, amen.
Man, go ahead, preacher. Go ahead, preacher. Go ahead, preacher. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, Mo, you got anything on your heart before we get out of here, brother?
Yes, I do. Everybody who is listening right now, all you have to do is, with your efforts, increase 1% per day. 1%. That's not a lot. Do something positive. Lift a weight. Walk around the block. Lower your blood pressure. Breathe. Think to yourself. And it will help you. Can I show a quick trick that will be helpful to people? So it's part of reflexology. I want you to tap your thumb like this 10 times. Then pinch your thumb on either side. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply for about 30 seconds. Release. Did you feel a little peaceful right there?
Man, I almost went to sleep.
There you go. There you go. Breathe.
Good job. Good job. And with that being said, see, you never know what you're going to get on DKM Media Group. DKM Media Group, every day, Monday through Friday, you got the morning glow. And they don't tell them what you're going to get. So make sure you join the broadcast, share the broadcast. And if you want to support the broadcast, you could do that as well. $DKM Radio. $DKM Radio. You can actually do that as well. But anyway, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now, 10:02. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple, I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. That we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there until this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other, and please, please, please be blessed. Somebody about to say something?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to ask you. You started at 7:03 today.
Have a good day. That's for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Have a great day. Love y'all. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it. And I'm sure that you will as well. Toya just gave me some truth, but we'll talk about it after we get off the air. We'll talk about it later. Y'all have a great day now. Lord.